One last thing, actually a couple last things. I would like now to show what's called a scenario manager. What a scenario manager does for you, it allows you to look at multiple scenarios at the same time in a report. Let me name this cell here, present value, because I will want to refer to that in my scenario manager. So here in my scenario manager, I'm going to go up to Data, What If, and choose Scenario Manager. And I'm going to add a new scenario. So if you notice that, you just go to Data, What If, Scenario Manager, and you want to choose Add. Now I always like to do a status quo, which includes all the current values. So the changing cells, I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to control click the annual interest rate, number of periods, payment amount, future value, ordinary annuity, and those are the status quo numbers. And I'll leave them all as is, so I can always come back to them later on. And I hit OK. So now I have one scenario. Now I'm going to add another one, and maybe under this one I'm going to say rate of 5%, and minus $100,000 payment, something like that. Yeah, let's do that. And therefore, since I still have these changing cells, I'll hit OK. And the only thing I want to change is under the annual interest rate, 0.05, which is 5%, and the payment amount I said I wanted to be minus 100,000. Okay, so now I have another scenario. So what this is doing is building up some scenarios that I can show all at once. And I'll do one more, and maybe this one I want to say 12% rate. Rate of 12%, and I won't change anything else. Hit OK. I'll have to put that in as a 0.12. I won't change any of these others, and hit OK. So I've got these scenarios, but what if someone's going to say, well, hey, let me see all those scenarios side by side. All you have to do is just hit the summary. You hit that summary, and it's going to ask you what cell do you want to look at once these are changed. So once you change these, what cell are you going to focus on? Maybe I want to focus on the present value, and that would be my result cell. And I can look at multiple result cells. Maybe I want to look at the present value. Maybe I want to look at the future value. You know, so you can look at those. In fact, maybe I want this future value up higher, that future value there. And I hit OK. So immediately it gives you this summary. It shows the status quo. It shows if you change the rate to 5% and the payment to 100,000, what the present value would be, as well as at 12%. So that's a scenario summary. I won't keep that in my, well, maybe I'll leave it in my file. I'll hold the left mouse button down. I'll drag it to the end here in case you do want to look at that. I'll keep it in my example. So that's a scenario summary.